You're tuning in to What the Fuck is a Dope Sheet with world-renowned artist and animator Penny Sharp. I'll be your host, Mr. Dingley Dabberston. Okay. What, do you not like that?
It's wonderful. It's wonderful to meet you, Mr. Dingley Robertson.
I just thought there was a bit of hostility to Mr. Dingley Dobberson there.
No, Mr. Dingley Dobberson is the Dobberson of the Dobbers.
Right, never mind all that shite. So, what's a dope sheet?
So, a dope sheet is something where an animator tracks all the sound and the speech and quite often the action frame by frame, so that they can go and tell where they need to put things in, where maybe a big clash happens. They either know where to put the sound in or they know where to put the action in. So it works both ways. Yes.
So is it almost like it's like a musical score in which you're matching up? You've already got the sound, and then you write out where to match it up with the visuals. Is that what it is?
Exactly so, because in animation you get so many different still images per second. Like in cine film, you could have 18 frames per second. That used to be the normal. And sometimes if you doubled it up, you could have only 9 frames a second, but that's quite jumpy. Here in the UK, our television rate is 25 frames per second, and that's what I generally tend to use. And America has, I think, 30 frames per second, and quite often film these days has up to 50 frames per second. But I work on 25 frames per second.
So, so is it routine? So do you record the sound first? So you do the sound first, and then you do the pictures?
I like to do it that way. That's an old Disney technique. And I know Disney was a bit of a fascist and all. They didn't much like women.
Allegedly, just say allegedly.
Yes, he liked them, but he didn't.
No, say allegedly.
He didn't respect their creativity.
So just say allegedly for legal reasons.
All right, he didn't respect their creativity. Allegedly.
Allegedly, and was he a fascist?
Allegedly.
That's it. See, we're good. Now you've got it. Right. So Disney used to do the sound first.
Yes, and I quite like that myself. Not everybody uses that technique, but I like it.
Right, okay. So would you perhaps, like a TV chef, have anything prepared to show us?
Well, I could show you a few things. Here we go. Let's see if I can work this. So, let me see now. So this one here, this is the actual sound for the animation. So this bit here that I'm circling, can you see the circling?
No.
Oh.
I just see a wee thing moving about, a wee cursor.
Right. That's it. My wee cursor that I'm circling with the cursor. That bit there at the beginning, that sort of mountain range there, that's the word suddenly. And it goes on through there.
The very first one is suddenly.
It starts at suddenly. And you can see at the top here, I don't know if you can, but it says 25 frames per second. And then you can see 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds. So I've done that in the sound. So, and then what I've then done is I share my screen again. And this is the bit that I got asked to explain because somebody didn't really understand what this was. But from that WAV, as it was that WAV form, I've then written all the frames 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, blah 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 blah. So that goes up to 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and it's over 13 seconds long. And then on the frame where the sound comes on, so it says Lee. You see that goes up to there, so it's under a second long, that sound.
Right. So basically what you've done is you've done 13 seconds times 25 frames, and that's basically how many points you've got to animate to, basically.
Yes.
And that's you writing out where the sound goes over each frame. Why is it called a
Exactly.
dope sheet? Is it because you're totally, when you're doing it, because it's so boring?
Maybe it's because I'm like one of the seven dwarfs.
Right,
Don't know.
right.
Maybe want to ask Disney about that one.
Right, and on that bombshell, so should we just wrap that up? If anybody can't understand what a dope sheet is after that, then they're a dope.
Okay,
Right.
thank you very much, Mr. Dingly Bums. It was lovely to see you. Take
Well,
care.
he's gone. He left after the first few seconds. It's just me now. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Thanks very much for watching.
Thank you.